Hey everyone, John Proulx here. Have you ever been to a jazz show and you've heard the lick? You know what I'm talking about, right? It's that short musical phrase that's been so used, it's become a kind of jazz meme or even a joke between jazz musicians. Well, all joking aside, I'm going to show you how to use the lick in some really cool ways, and ways that maybe you've never thought of before. I'm going to show you some different ways of embellishing the lick, some different rhythms you can use, and some really cool harmony that will really give new life to this overused lick. And the goal of this quick tip really is to take any lick that you've used, maybe even overused, and give new possibilities to that. So you guys ready? Let's go! So you all know what the lick is, right? It's a musical phrase that's been used so many times with so many different jazz artists. Some of your favorite famous jazz artists have used it. John Coltrane, for example, Pat Metheny. Tons of people have used this thing before, and it's become a kind of jazz meme, a cliche. But all kidding aside, we're going to get down to what the lick is, explore it, talk about the rhythm, some different ways of embellishing it, and also some harmony that goes along with it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's start with the lick in B minor. So we're going to start on the root. The lick goes the root, ninth, third, fourth, ninth, seven, root. Those are the notes of the lick, right? Da, 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 da. That's just very basic, just no rhythm yet, just very straight. The standard rhythm that you probably hear the lick is this rhythm here. It goes 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and you can use this in some different styles. You can use it in swing. You can use it like in a bossa nova. Funk kind of groove. So it's really versatile. You can use it in a lot of different circumstances. And then there's some different ways of embellishing the lick, and one way you can do it is to add slides and upper harmony. So for example, in this example we slide up here with a B to the C sharp, and then we have an E on top as the upper harmony. So it looks like a third here. So we go and then down to the A, and then end on a fourth here with this upper harmony part being an E. So we have. And there are many different ways that you can change. You can create your own. You can do, a little turn like that. I've also heard the lick change a little bit melodically, where it's something like. So, there's many different ways of changing up the lick. We're going to kind of keep it in this basic, the way you've heard it, or as we get into the harmony. So now we're going to harmonize the lick by looking at 4 different chords that the lick works over. So the 4 chords are B minor 9, G major 9, E minor 9, and C sharp 7, flat 9, flat 13. So let's look at those voicings together. These are rootless voicings, so that just means that the root is not there. I was just playing the root, kind of crossing my hands to show you how it sounds. But we use both B voicings and A voicings. And the B voicing means that the 7th is on the bottom. So for the first example of B minor 9, we have 7, 9, 3, 5. That's a B voicing of B minor 9. Then we go to the B voicing of G major 9, 7, 9, 3, 5. Then we're going to E minor 9, the A voicing, because we have the 3rd on the bottom, 3, 5, 7, 9. And then we have this C sharp 7, flat 9, flat 13, A voicing, because the 3rd is on the bottom. And so this lick can be used over these 4 chords, and these rootless voicings, if you'd like to learn more about them, we have some courses available at pianowithjonny.com. So next up, we're going to get into why this works to use the lick over these 4 chords, and then finally we're going to talk about some different passing chords that we can use as well. So I'm going to show you now how to harmonize the lick on different parts of the scale degree. So the first one, the most obvious one, would be to start on the root. So if it's in B minor, you're going to start the lick on B. Now the fingering I'm using with my right hand is 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 2. And then the left hand we have this B voicing of B minor 9. As you notice in the second measure we go B minor 9 to C sharp minor 9 and then back to B minor 9. They call that chord planing, where you go up a whole step in a minor key and you come back down. I think of songs like Stolen Moments, the Benny Golson tune, or there's an introduction on Chet Baker's Autumn Leaves that uses that as an introduction, or Van Morrison's Moon Dance. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance. Da-do-da, da-do-da, da-do-da. So that's a common technique, that chord planing, the minor going up a whole step. So the left hand is going a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1. And we're doing kind of this funk kind of swing, funky swing feel. So the right hand is going to play the lick, and that's the great thing about this, is that once you know that, that stays exactly the same. You feel free to add a little bit of embellishment, like we did in the beginning, and the left hand is going to play these voicings. So it's going to sound something like this. So we're going to play with the track. I'll play it through the first time, and then you join me the second time. Let's try that. Your turn. My turn. Cool. Next up is using the flat 6 major. So in the key of B minor, so we have this G major 9, and it's the B voicing. B voicing because the 7th's on the bottom, right? 7, 9, 3, 5. And we're using the same rhythm. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, this now is starting on the 3rd of G major. You're not changing your right hand at all. You're always going to be on B. But now it's becoming the 3rd. So we have... Sounds nice, right? So even though it's the same exact thing you're playing in the right hand, by changing the chord, you're changing the color of the lick. So let's do the same thing. I'll play it through 4 bars. You join me the second 4 bars. Let's try that together. Here we go. Your turn. My turn. Your turn. So next up we have the lick starting on the 5th of the 4 minor 9 chord. So again, this is a voicing of E minor 9, and the lick is starting on the 5th of the E minor. So we have nice, right? So it totally changes the color by having an E minor 9 instead of the B minor or the G major. So let's try that together. This is the E minor 9. I'll play it through 4 bars. You join me the second 4 bars. Here we go. Your turn. My turn. Your turn. Pretty cool how we just put the 5th, and it's the same exact notes that you were playing before, but now we change the chord, and it really changes the whole color of the lick. And then lastly, we have the 2 altered dominant, this C sharp flat 9, flat 13, and now we have the lick, it's the same notes you're using, but now it's starting on the 7th or the flat 7 of C sharp. So now we have, and that's the root, right? So it really adds like an edge, this perhaps this dominant sound. And if you're even looking at what notes of the lick, we have this is the 7th, right? This is the root, that's the flat 9, that's the sharp 9, back to the root, and then we have the flat 13 to the 7th. So it really works well over this dominant sound as well. So okay, let's try it now again. I'm gonna play it 4 bars, you join me the second 4 bars. See how it goes. Here we go. My turn. Your turn. Yeah, sounds great. So we have these 4 different chords that using the same lick in the same place. We didn't even move our right hand at all, but we changed the chord and it changed the whole sound of the lick and really like lifts it up. So I know at the beginning too, I was thinking, oh, the lick's terrible, right? But then you hear it like this and you go, man, the lick is pretty hip, right? All right, you're gonna love this next part. I wrote out a little song using the lick. Let me demonstrate it first. It goes something like this. Love it. So there's really interesting chords in there. So you may have heard some other chords besides the chords that you learned. Those are some passing chords, and we're going to get into those right now. Okay, cool. So you know that first chord, that's a B minor 9. You already played that. But now check out what we're doing next, because after this B minor, we're going to G major 7, right? So oftentimes what we do in jazz is, again, we put like this 2, 5 in front of chords. So 2 in the key of G is A. So we put an A minor 7, and then a 5 of G, which is D7, and then to that G major 9. So what we just created was a 2, 5, 1 in the key of G. And then looking ahead, we have this E minor 9 chord at bar 31. And so again, what do we typically do if we have a chord that we're going for? We'll do a 2, 5, 1. What's 2 in the key of E minor? F sharp minor. But usually in the key of E minor, F sharp minor would have a flat 5. But sometimes what I like to do is actually have a natural 5, because what that does is it creates this cool chromatic thing that happens when you go to the 5 chord. Now F13 doesn't look like a 5 chord, does it, in the key of E? But B is 5 in the key of E, isn't it? So F is a tritone substitution of B. Really cool sound. So we go from this F sharp minor 9 to F13. That's a cool passing chord, which leads us right to that beautiful E minor 9 chord. And then we're going down from the E minor to C sharp. So what do we naturally do? The bass player would probably just walk down to D. So we're just going to harmonize from E minor, going down a whole step and made that D major 9. Just kind of a cool neo-soul kind of sound, right? And then we go to this, there's our chord that you just learned, that altered dominant chord. And then rather than going to a 5 chord in the key of B, which would be like a F sharp, we're doing a tritone of F sharp, which is C. But instead of making it a C dominant, we're making it a C major 7, which again gives it that kind of soulful kind of sound. So we have some really interesting chords. What we can try to do is maybe just play the left hand with the track, and just so we can really get these chord voicings. Again, if you look at them too, we have B voicing, B voicing, A voicing, B voicing, A voicing, and then A voicing, A voicing, again, that means that the thirds on the bottom, A voicing of D, A voicing of the C sharp, and A voicing of the C major 9. So let's try it with the track a couple times through, just playing the chords in the left hand to get used to what that sounds like, all right? Here we go. B minor 9, A, D, G, F sharp, F, E minor, back to the top. Try it again. A minor, A, D, G, F sharp, F13, E minor, D major, C sharp, C major. All right, great. So you ready to put hands together? It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to play this through a couple different times, and left hand's playing these cool voicings, and then if you like too, you can add a little bit of rhythm in the left hand. You know, so if I'm going, so you can play them just as is if you like, rhythmically, or you can vary the rhythm a little bit. I think maybe starting off basic would be good, and then you can always add more rhythm as you get more comfortable with it, all right? So actually, let's do it maybe 4 times through, and that will we'll really get into it that way. Okay, here we go. Second time. Third time. Last time. In order to be a versatile jazz artist, it's great to take any lick that you learn, any vocabulary word that you learn in jazz, and learn it in all 12 keys. So this is no exception. We're going to take the lick and we're going to learn it in all 12 keys. The PDF is available at pianowithjonny.com if you'd like to go check that out. I'm just going to play through a few of the keys to show you how you would transpose it. So we're going to just take C minor and we're going to start with the lick. Again, if you're wondering what the notes are, again, it's the root, 9, 3, 11, 9, 7, 1. And then you just move it up a half step to C sharp minor. And then you move it up to D minor, then E flat minor, then E minor, then F minor, then F sharp minor, then G minor, then A flat minor, A minor, B flat minor, and then B minor, which is the one we started with. Thanks everyone, it's been great teaching you this lick today. I hope you've really enjoyed it. I know I have. I think the best thing to get away from this quick tip is that you can take whatever lick it is, whether it's this one or another one, and try to use it with some different chords, and I think you'll really come away with appreciating that lick even more now that you can see it in a different light. Hope to see you next time. Thanks everyone. Take care.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the lesson, be sure to check out pianowithjonny.com. We have over 1,000 step-by-step lessons for all playing levels, where you'll learn your favorite songs, styles, and how to improvise at the piano. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.